We've just got to a point in our lives where we feel very proud of ourselves as a family. We feel confident in ourselves as individuals, in what we've achieved and what we've done. We know there's some people out there who are going to have some reactions to this. But this is also, as far as I'm concerned, quite a nice way of establishing our credibility and getting rid of some of the tension and letting the people know, yes, I'm a gay man and I bring up 3 teenage sons and we live very normally like any other single-parent household and doesn't really affect the quality of our life as a family. And the issues we have to deal with are the same as any other family where there's maybe only one parent. And I don't think being gay is such a major issue. I know some of you guys feel a little bit differently about that.
We'd been brought up in an environment where that wasn't acceptable at first. And he'd been a very close father to me, and this was a very... it was a very sudden thing. I mean, at first I really wanted to kill him. You go through all the motions, you really are confused, especially at that young age. But you come out understanding exactly where you stand, where everybody else stands, and you come out as a stronger person. But my initial reaction was a relatively unhealthy one.
My mother had told us that my father thought he was gay, and I said, no, that's impossible, there's no way that could happen. Our dad gay, never, It had never crossed our minds. It had never been an issue to us. So initially when he told us, we were shocked, all of us, I'm sure.
I was just really influenced by what was said to me by family members, friends, and I was influenced by my brothers as well on whether to be supportive or not. So I don't think I actually understood what was actually going on.
Yeah, a lot of people tried to get us to hate our father, coming around and saying Roman chapter blah 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 says that 2 men should not.
There were a lot of people who tried to force us out of our father's land, and it makes me angry now, because I mean my argument is, who are they to tell me whether I should love my father unconditionally or not?
Yeah.
Dad, come and listen to my latest piece.
Okay. Is this the one that you were listening on last night?
Well, when I first discovered my father was gay and I first moved in, my natural reaction was to really examine my own sexual orientation, but I've just always known. I mean, and it's just made my belief in it stronger that I'm straight.
As a gay man, I grew up in a straight household with role model straight parents, 3 straight brothers, and they didn't make me heterosexual.
Also, I think we do look at our father as a role model, but not as a role model as a gay man, as a person, I think. Him coming out and the courage that he needed to come out he acts as a role model for us, that we must have courage to say what we believe and do what we believe in.
Yeah, if I think of what he endured during that period now that I'm older, I mean, most people wouldn't have been able to go through that.
I sensed unconsciously all my life, but repressed it. But I finally came to terms with it face to face when I was at the age of 37. That is 5 years ago. But I was in a monogamous marriage for 13 and a half years. So I've actually experienced both kinds of life. But I feel better about the fact that I'm honest about who I am. There are hardships attached to it. It was easier being married and having the respectability and the companionship and all the nice things that go along with being in a marriage. But at the same time, it's better for me to be truthful and honest about myself and who I am.
By mutual agreement with his ex-wife, Richard has custody of the 3 boys and has brought them up as a single parent for the last 3 years. He has fought to establish his credibility as a gay parent and now skillfully juggles the demands of a high-powered career with the responsibilities of parenthood.
Yeah, I think we've had to pull together through real hardships, and that's created the kind of bonds which I think really make a family. We are undoubtedly a family. There's no question about it, with our weaknesses, our strengths, our fights, and also the very strong affection we feel for one another.
We are much too close-knit to actually be broken up. We've gone through too much to actually be broken up, so nobody can really pry us apart as a family.
The most difficult thing for me was the rejection I experienced by my members of my family and the religious judgments that were pronounced upon me, and the sense of guilt, shame, and filth that somehow was heaped on me when I was actually doing something that I believed was honest and an act of